Doobie-doo, bop, 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 ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Balls. Drez, you got first. You get a point. Shut up, Maddie.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
We've been over this. You're the one that stinks.
This guy stinks!
How you doing, Carlos? It's not my hand. That was a little over. Irregardless. How you doing, Amy? Mimi. Right away to the lurk. You don't. All those perverts. Amy can't help themselves. You like this one, Carlos? Oh, do I gotta move this to face me a little bit? I do. 1 second. Un momento, por favor. So we did some changes. God, everything is just difficult. Boy. Don't want that. Okay. Sorry, I didn't realize this, where I was sitting wasn't matching up with what I wanted to see. Okay, good. No, go for it, dude. It's in the Discord. Carlos, it's in the Discord. So what do we change up from last time? I moved the glass a little bit more back and towards the left, so I put more separation. Obviously, we didn't have the grapes. I cut up the cheese. And there's the croissant. How you doing, Emmanuel? You are first. You are first on YouTube. So, I also, so the light used to show through that bottle, hence that like green, that dark yellow that came through the bottle in the previous one. I actually put tape on the back of that bottle to block that yellow light. Like I said, this one is for my mom. And she didn't like that yellow stuff, so. But yeah, Carlos, you are more than welcome to do so. You don't even need to give me credit. That doesn't bother me. You're welcome, man. Oh, let's move this back now. But we got some other news. God damn it. We got some other news. Very important news. Okay, I hope I didn't fuck up this cable more. No bueno. Come back on, please. Oh, wait, I'm looking at this at the wrong... Oh, god damn it. Sorry. I realized what I was... Why I... One moment. One moment. Oh, I can't even... Okay, alright. God. Starting to get annoyed. Bad start. We're off to a bad start, everybody. Bad start. We're back. Jesus Christ, I knew something wasn't... Okay. Good enough. Alright. No, yeah, I'm having a conniption. Alright, we got some news, everybody. So everybody sit down. Now that all 3 billion of you are here. We have some news. Is everybody listening? Alright, good. Thank you, Mono. You are a gentleman and a scholar. I'm waiting until everybody sits down, Maddie. Damn. Alright, first off. First news. Degas was a even worse man than I thought he was. And I'll probably go into details later, but nobody like or admire that man. He was awful. Really bad. Nope. Nope. Still a man. Still an alpha male, Mono. Degas, terrible. Second part of news. I'm going to start signing my paintings, everybody. I'm gonna start doing it. It's gonna happen. Like the front of the paintings. I'm gonna start signing them. But it's only gonna basically be the paintings that I have that are unvarnished. So the main reason why, Maddie, it's a shallow reason. It's a shallow reason. I looked up some, I looked up some data, and would you believe me? I told you paintings sell significantly more often when they're signed. I'm not going to sign them Degas. I'm going to use my initials. Apparently, it's like a very significant statistic difference between the rates of sale. I don't know. You know, you might, Drez, you might have. I'm not saying you didn't. I don't recall you saying that to me, though. So, oh yeah, good. Thank you, Maddie. Like I said, I don't have a specific memory of it. I don't like signing my paintings, frankly, but I do need to sell paintings. I do need to sell paintings. And you know, enough people ask me about it. I'm not going to do anything intricate. I'm just going to put my fucking initials on there. But I'm not going to go back and re-sign all my shit because they're already varnished. And I don't want to remove varnish to do a signature. So those ones won't have it. But apparently it's like, Maddie, like the numbers I saw were like, I think it was like 82, like it was like almost double the chance of somebody buying a painting. Because I think people are vapid. Yeah, I just like, you know what I don't like about it, Carlos? And here's the thing, I still don't like doing it. Because I really hate this, you know that show Faker Fortune I told you guys about? Faker Fortune? Why make a D's nuts joke out of there? I don't get that one. But is in Faker Fortune, they're trying to figure out if a painting's a fake or not, right? And so they can have it, like, they could have a fake Monet. And they'll be talking about this painting like, well, it's beautiful, it looks like a Monet, but we got to figure out the,,,, provenance and everything like that. And they're like, well, you know, if it is a Monet, right, it's worth X amount of dollars, and if it's not, it's worth, you know, 100th, right? 1,000th of the cost. And that really always premise bothered me because it really does detract from the concept of like a good painting. Like how good of a painting is kind of worthless relative to just who did it. I don't like that sentiment. But I'm also someone trying to continue like art, create and continue an art career. And it's not like signing it is unethical. It's not like it's unethical. I don't judge anybody for signing their shit. I just personally like got in like it just feels odd to me. But seeing that, you know, I do try to sell my paintings, so you know, it's not like I'm like doing something bad. It's just no. Well, I don't think it is. It didn't go into that, you know, detail, Maddie. But like I've had people ask me to like sign paintings or like, you know, and a lot of people do like talk about it in the front, right? But I don't know. I'm gonna start signing the front of the paintings. I'm gonna do it in Comic Sans though. I'm gonna do it in Comic Sans font. Because everybody loves that. In all lowercase. Alright. Time to get out and paint. So, we got a really weird dimensions on this painting as well. I'll wait till I get brushes out, actually, till we talk about here. You're here for this. Well, this is the actual one. For my ma! Alright. And I was never giving up on still lifes. I just, you know, I like being a pervert. But thank you, Silver. I think that's it. That's all I want. I don't really need black for this, do I? I don't have magenta. I don't have me magenta. Where the hell did I put my magenta? Oh, wait, that's the... Is that the red or the magenta? That's the magenta. Okay. I'm gonna use that. That's sweet. I just painted a piece for my mom's. Yeah. Well, so I had my mom for Secret Santa this year. I don't really have money to get gifts, and I told her, like, you know, or get like a proper gift, right? But I told her I'll do her painting and stuff like that, and she finally came up with something she wanted. It's a bit about that, Silver, right? It's just like, no wingdings. Silver, it's like, why do I, well, it's because, like, you know, I think we're all, at least with our, like, political inclinations, I think a lot of us are anxious, and you can't really stop thinking about this bullshit, right? And, you know, art, what we create is, like, also part of stuff that makes us feel better. I promise. Maddie, would you mind doing me a favor and sending a message in the YouTube chat for me? Okay, everybody. So there's the still life. Right there. Alright, that's what we're painting today. Hi, Oxford. How you doing, bud? I realize I gotta fix my image in this. Thank you, Maddie. I see it. Much obliged. Yeah, so this is a really weird size canvas, everybody. If anybody guesses the size of this canvas, I'll give you the exact dimensions of this canvas. I will give you 20 oily points. And hi, Mud, how you doing? I stretched this canvas myself. I did stretch this one. 20 by 4, 24 by 20, 24 by 36, nope. So this is a canvas I stretched myself as well. 12 by 30, nope. $69 by 420, nope. 18 by 24, nope. 14 by 32, nope. 18 by 25, nope. I know, this looks pretty narrow to me. Eight by 18, no. 24 by 9, nope. I don't think I'm going to give you all any hints either, so. But I'm going to give you, like, you know, I'll give you a decent amount of time. $13 by 39, nope. 15 by 27, nope. I'll say this, one of the dimensions I have never used before. $16 by 30, nope. 14 by 20, nope. 15 by 27, nope. $12 by 32, nope. 14 by 27, nope. Shasta has been the closest. Shasta has been the closest. On a few of her attempts. $14 by 27, nope. Here. I'm about 4 inches away, 3 inches away from the canvas. $24 by 36, nope. Remember, I've used that size before, Mud. And one of the dimensions I've never used before. 16 by 27, nope. Damn it, Mud. I get it. You're in a sumo stupor. 18 by 32, nope. I've used 18, everybody. 32 by 14, nope. Once I'm done putting out my paint, everybody, I'm going to reveal the dimensions. And you're going to miss out on these 20 oily points. Son of a bitch! Nope, it's all integers, Yamboree. All integers. Actually, no. I'll give you that hint. The larger number is the one I haven't used before. But a lot of these numbers you're suggesting are ones I've used before. Oh, really? I gotta do another sumo portrait, actually. I know, Carlos. Hi, Monica. 17 by 32. Nope. 33 by 16. Nope. Okay. I do need to grab some more impasto medium. 31 by 16. Nope. 18 by 40. Nope. I'm gonna let. I gotta go grab some more impasto. So you got a few more minutes. You got like another minute or two. Okay. 16 by 35, nope. 34 by 16, nope. 40 by 18, nope. 39 by 18, nope. 30 by 15, nope. Maddie, you want to know something? One of your guesses has been the closest. 37 by 18, nope. Yeah, the dimensions of my dong. That's right, Maddie. I mean, Monica. We're guessing the dimensions. This is a very unique size canvas. One of the dimensions I have never used before. 34 by 16, nope. $41 by 18. All right, we're going to give it about 30 more seconds, everybody. 30 more seconds. 33 by 16, nope. 42 by 20, nope. 43 by 18. Interesting. A little bit of a film.
6898 982 2225x323232426523254656.
That is incorrect, Monoliges. 38 by 18, thank you for the bits. Nope. 36 by 18, nope. 35 by 18, nope. 34 by 18, nope. Some really close ones here. 33 by 16, nope. 32 by 18, nope. It's not a film. Good. All right. 10 seconds. 10, 7, 9, 11, 6, 5, 24. Nope, nope, nope. 2, 18, 1. The answer is, and will be revealed after a word from our sponsors. 19 by 18, nope. All right, the answer is, fuck off. The answer is 33 by 20. 33 inches by 20. Who would have thought they had 33-inch stretcher bars? That's true, Silver. Weirdo. Hey, that was my mom chose that size, all right? My mom chose that size. All right. Well, up to a certain point, like usually Silver. Well, these are also nice ones. These are 1.5 inches thick. ones, and they're like, so they're 1.5 inches, like the depth of them is 1.5 inches, and then their thickness is 2 inches. So these are big boys. The stretchers for this alone were $45. The stretcher bars alone were $45. Now, we saved a bunch on the canvas, though, because we had the canvas roll and I stretched it myself. So, like, the canvas cost was probably only, I don't know, probably somewhere in the range of $5 to $8. My corners were terrible, Shasta. My corners were terrible. I also had to, like, pull out some tacks or rip them off from the canvas and re-stretch them. I also have to paint the sides of this one. Yeah, I don't have a table saw, though. But for anyone else who didn't hear the news, also, I am going to start signing my paintings from the front for Ma! I am painting the sides for my Ma. Yep. You'll paint my sides. Ooh, please do, Mano. Son of a bitch. Manta. Yeah, I'm going to be starting to sign my paintings. And who wants to talk about Degas? Who wants to talk about Degas? Because everybody, please stop. Don't say anything nice about Degas. Okay? I learned some stuff. Oh, yeah, I'll wait until Lizzie gets here. That's true. All right, how many guesses? How many guesses to, or how many tries to open up the oil? Yeah, we're going to wait for Lizzie on the Degas dirt. One on Drez. I'm unstoppable. We got a 2 from Shasta. No, but I learned specifics, Odorous. I learned specifics. 2-1. We got specifics on this. I've been trying to learn about art history, everybody, so watch out. You better all fucking watch out, because I'm actually getting into art history right now. You thought I was insufferable before? You thought I was insufferable before? Just wait. Just you wait. I have only begun to make you suffer. Yeah, Blink Dog, there's more to it as well. So you can also throw in racist with some other bad connections. Yeah, I'm waiting for Lizzie. Well, Silver, consider me your art history 3 professor. I'm holding my panties. All right. All right. Let's get our Super Nintendo Power Grip. Take out there. Thank you, Mono. All right, we got the Super Nintendo Power Grip. Sneak attack! Oh, we got it in 1. We got it in 1, everybody. The ones have it. Non-believers don't. The non-believers, no points for you. Well, interestingly enough, Yambari, I'm going to get into some stuff once Lizzie gets here. We're waiting for Lizzie. My grip is very good. Thank you, Amanda. Good. Shun those non-believers. So that means Drez, Amanda, Silvergrains get points. There's like Yambari, I knew he was bad before, like you heard me talking shit, but there's like I learned about several additional layers. Yeah, of course I would, Mono. Of course I would. Ma! Exactly, Shasta. All right, we ready to begin? This is our custom-made viewfinder. Ma! From the best viewfinder maker in the world. I will not reveal their name. These are all custom-made. High-tech, yep. You can see from the finest materials. Amanda did call dibs on the croissant. Just trying to find the angle. Trying to find the angle of the dangle, everybody. Okay. It was Silver Grains, Mr. Pigments, and Jack of All Crafts, Shasta. Monica called dibs on the, I bought that croissant today, everybody. Fun story. I was going to this bakery to get a croissant, and my uncle is like a retired state trooper in Illinois, but he still does work at the courthouse. And just by coincidence, at the same time I got to the bakery, he was going to the same bakery to get bread. We had a nice little talk. My uncle, I have an uncle out here who is a state trooper. I don't think anyone knows Monica's name. All right. What color do we start off with here? See, all right, I got a decision to make here. How you doing, Omizu? How aggressive should I be with some color choices here? This is the Ma version, yeah. This place is pretty good. It's just a little bit pricey, so, you know, I can't like shop there all the time. Well, you know what I'm debating in my head, Mud? B, aggressive. All right, here, let's talk about this, okay? So, I fixed the backgrounds. I painted them in acrylic, even though it's showing really bright for you. It's like a very pale purple, okay? The shadow, in my opinion, leans like a darker purple. And I could really lean into that dark purple for the shadow against the wall, okay? You guys aren't seeing it at the same angle I am, so I apologize. But the bottle shadow, I could really lean into purple there. I might as well fucking do it now, because if I you know, this is gonna take more than one session, obviously, so I might as well just go aggressive for the block-in. Oh, that's a good idea. That's a good idea, Blink Dog. I don't mind that. Uh, 33 by 20 inches, Omizu. 33 by 20, which is roughly 66 plus 16 and a half. 82 and a half by 50 centimeters. 82 and a half by 50 centimeters, roughly. Basically 83 by 50 centimeters. Hi, Galaxy Girl. Is that illegal here? I didn't go in aggressive. I added too much burnt umber into this, so let's bring it back. We are doing a still life. We're doing another still life. That was doing one for my ma as a late Christmas gift. All right. Oh yeah, I wanted to add a little bit of this. And I should add a little bit of this. Okay. Of course. The reference is in the Discord. If anybody wants to use it, you're more than welcome to use it. I'm not a, you know, I'm not gonna use it however you like. You don't even need to credit me. So let's mark out our top and bottom. Just happened. So I think we want the top of our bottle shadow to be about right here. Somewhere in that range. Paint those edges first. I want to get in the important, like, stuff that I base my other dimensions around. So it's about 1/3 up. The bottom of the bottle, probably somewhere around here. So this is where the orange. So this should be around the top of the grapes. I think. Let me look at that again. It's about 1/3, maybe a little bit lower than that. We'll go like right here. We'll start off with that. Okay. One more check. Maybe that goes a little bit closer. Somewhere around there. General discussion. General discussion, Galaxy Girl. It's about halfway. It's about halfway. So if that's halfway, I think it'll be right around here. All right, you see that perfectly straight line. I don't think I've seen a straighter line than that. Look bigger. It does look big. I think it's because it's so narrow, Amizu. Because this is one of the most narrow canvases I've used. Because I've used 24 by 36s, but this is more narrow than the 24 by 36. That's probably already too wide. Ugh, when is Lizzie gonna get here? I want to talk about Degas. And how much of a shithead he is.
fire.
Oh my God, what a coincidence. Oh my God, hooray! Lizzie, I've been waiting for you. I'm waiting for you. Son of a bitch! Oh my God, Silver, it's so nice to see you. Ooh, green bag. You green bastard. He was so annoying. All right, Lizzie, are you ready to learn about Degas? All right. Degas' mother was had Creole roots. Family-owned slaves. Degas' brothers ran a literally a cotton distribution trading area. Who got into debt, and his mom's dowry included selling a slave. He also had several writings saying really terrible stuff about
snitch.
Black people, particularly. He came from money, sold his house from his family money and stuff to basically buy out the debt of his brother's cotton business, which was all built around slave labor, mind you. And then the Dreyfus affair, which I just learned about, and I've heard of it, but I learned about some of the details with it, where it's the French army framed a guy, but he was on the entire wrong side of that. It was kind of really analogous to Trump shit, to be honest with you. And he was on the wrong side of that. And he was and that led him to even more anti-Semitism. In that context, I forget why. But he was such a misogynist, anti-Semite, and racist that he basically lost all of his friends as he got older. The last standout apparently was Renoir, who was also apparently a big misogynist, by the way. No, it was a French scandal in the early, right around the turn of the century. Oh yeah, poster links. Oh really? I didn't know that, Monica. Son of a bitch, Galaxy Girl. Then I learned, okay, so that's the awful stuff. He was super angry old man. He was losing his sight. Everybody hated him. Okay, some other things that I particularly don't like about him. This is not necessarily a dislikable thing about him, but he was a big fan of Aang. Remember that Aang guy? What was his name? I look his full name. He was a realist painter. He got taught by a student of Aang, and he basically was doing that until he had success doing kind of impressionistic stuff, and that's what took him away. But then he got really into photography. Yes, it's spelled like Monica spelled it. Ingres. It's pronounced Aang. Well, so there's not to mention the very heavily implied, that he was a pedophile as well. But so he was really into photography, and he did a lot of his paintings from photography, interestingly enough. But then he had a whole series of exhibitionist nude paintings of women, in a much different vein, in a more derogatory lens than most people did nudes in, mind you, which I think correlates to some of his the anecdotal accusations I've heard about his character regarding the ballet dancers. And so he painted from photos. His painting idol was somebody I do not like. He philosophically, and some things with regards to the visual aspects of his paintings were very impressionistic, but it's very odd. So there you go. So Degas is he has the quadruple: racist, misogynist, pedophile, anti-Semite. He literally lost all of his friends because they just couldn't stand being around him. The only one who was somewhat kind to him when he was older was Mary Cassatt. We should. And the man that stood around the longest was also like a horrible misogynist. So there you go. I hope I ruined Degas for all of you. A lot of people are. Lizzie was a Degas fanboy. It's a boy with 4 eyes. Being a raging impressionist with guys like him in the same movement. I mean, it doesn't change my stance on impressionism. I already had the existential crisis about Republicans. Don't do this to me. Were you trying to give me another existential crisis again, Monica? Were you? I'll crash out. I won't hesitate to crash out. I already started off this session with a conniption. Yeah. Essential crisis leaves once a day. That's true. Humans can be shitty, but I mean, here, he still made some great art. I mean, obviously. It's just he's the type of person I can't separate their art from the person. But he was a part of changing the game. Yeah. Yeah, I'd just rather be compared to like Sargent or Zorn. Now, I haven't heard anything bad about Zorn, but he did a lot of nude paintings of women, only women. I mean, it is easier when they're dead, but I mean, like, I'm not going to separate Gauguin from his art ever, but I also don't like Gauguin's art. There are plenty of Degas stuff I do respect his art pieces, But Gauguin should be burning in hell. Same with Degas, it seems like. That's true, Carlos. You were trying. Damn it. Can a man not be forcing a... Can a man have yell at somebody without not having an ethical crash out? So what I'm saying is, everybody, is Degas was the most alpha male of alpha males, okay? Degas was a big-time alpha male. Have fun, Amy. Probably needs to be a little bit thinner. Have a good one, Monica. Rest well. You know what? That is true. I hope he's getting his, I hope he gets remembered for the man he was. A turd maxer. There's a guy on TikTok who is a self-proclaimed fart maxer. The cheese in this picture is real. It is. I cut that today. Those are real grapes. It's a real croissant. The annoying part of this is I got to throw the grapes and the cheese in the fridge overnight. So I have to move them. I did cut the cheese. Okay, the canvas is not as tight there as I would have liked it would have been. This is the painting for my long-suffering mother. For my ma! My poor, poor mother. Just turn your room into a fridge. Hey, if it was cold enough, I would consider opening up a window. That does sound ominous. I realize this now. It's the lead paint, true. It's finally getting to me. Do I hate this brush? I kind of do, I think. Or was it this one that I really hate? No, that one's fine. Oh, I would love some fish and chips. Galaxy Girl, I swear. I will burn this place to the ground. Where did I leave my headphones? My earbuds, they're probably over there and I forgot to bring them over here. That's okay. Tee-hee! I also really like tartar sauce. Tartar sauce is so good. Ooh, that sounds good. I like a good barbecue chicken pizza. What color should I do first, though? I should probably go into the browns. So I can go into the reds. God, I'm having a lot of problems seeing my palette in this area. I just kind of have to estimate it. What was that? That might be fine. No, not necessarily, Carlos. I would say if as far as a methodology, that's probably like it's fine. But I've seen people do other. I just see what I usually go by. What's most important positionally, Carlos? Look bigger. Yeah, that's a good idea. That's a good one, Mizu. Like, cause you know, think about how I'm going about this, right? I'm trying to position shit. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, to me, this dark shadow positionally was the most important part of locating everything else. Now, usually, like, so for example, though, and I did this on the last one too, right? But like, let's just say that shadow or this shape was like a vibrant red, I would have still went with that. You get what I'm saying? So like sometimes shadows are important positionally, like this one was, but you know, it's not always the case. Now, like on a portrait, generally darkest to lightest is probably the most effective way to paint a good portrait. Because you should start with like the the shadows within the face are really great for locating shit. I guess it's just by location on those too. Oh, Lou Holtz died. He was a piece of shit. Cheese does sound good. Good. World's a better place. No, Lou Holtz was, for anyone who doesn't know, Lou Holtz coached Notre Dame during their national championships in the 80s, I believe it was the 80s. Very conservative. He is a Trump supporter. He also held back a lot of things for college football players to their detriment. AKA paying them money, getting them health care, shit like that. As a result of things he advocated for, people had worse lives. And rich people had better lives. Plus, who likes Notre Dame? Might need to bring that shadow. That shadow might need to be taller. But in what direction? I might as well just go here. Jesus Christ. Maybe. Who's the other one, Salt? What other Lou's are you thinking of? Lou Diamond Phillips? I haven't heard anything bad about him. But who knows? Interesting, Odorous. I didn't know that either. Yeah. Oh, Lou Vega? Lou Vega or whatever? Well, I know, but I did see your message, but like that would imply that there's other guys named Lou, right? Or no? Gotcha. Okay. Because I took that as, oh, well, here are some good Lou's, so my theory is not correct. But I still wanted to know who the other shitty Lou's were. right. This is probably a good time to... I have to do a touch-up on my St. James Trio painting with black. So this might be a good time to do that as well. Yeah, he had some... He wasn't... There are some accusations, I'll say, of... I'd say poor character on Lou Reed. I don't know, though, if, like, a lot of those are confirmed. I think he... I don't know if there was anything like, though... Was there underage shit? I don't know if there was with him. But I have heard he wasn't a very pleasant guy to be around. Plus, glass bottom boats. Okay. Stretching the arm out while I grab this painting. I gotta fix up two things on this one. The glare made me miss a couple things. Touch-ups are done. Just double check. Okay. All right, good enough. Well, you can see the glare, and you see how things, like, you just move shit around. You can see all the glare. I was dealing with that a lot. Oh my fucking god, that shoulder. Okay. Yeah, all right. Back to the pile.
Stop whining.
I'm not whining. All right, so next painting, everybody, is going to be a sumo portrait, everybody. So if there's a sumo you want to see me paint...
Okay, Kyle, you're being a negative Nancy. Stop it. Okay, unless you
I'm
want
not
to call
being
you
a
negative
negative
Nancy
Nancy.
from now on.
If there's a sumo you want to see me paint, suggest it in the Discord. Man boobs. Those are men. Well, people. Recommend a bath. I probably have a cartilage issue in my shoulder, Galaxy Girl. I don't think it's something that is unfortunately solved with holistic methods. Rikishi, yep. Okay, to watch my streams, you must be pro sumo wrestling. It is awesome. I know Mud would have, yeah. I appreciate it, Salt. How you doing, Lost? Welcome in, bud. And I suggest you start watch. It means that you've never watched it, Galaxy Girl. So that just means you have to watch it. That's all that means. I do like I like the feel of this canvas that I ordered. It does. This is also oil primed linen, everybody. But I haven't had many issues moving around paint, which is good. They're just fun guys. They're just fun, wonderful guys who slap the shit out of each other, though. Boy, do they slap the shit out of each other. Yeah, that. Well, when you get the guys who just like, you know, who do the constant, you know, pushing. The palm strikes to the face always, they always seem so brutal. And then the falls out of the ring, those get very brutal too. Especially when they kind of nudge them out. AKA push the fuck out of them out of the ring. Rikishi, Amy. And fascist. That's true. You know, everybody, that's a good thing for today. Everybody, slap the shit out of the nearest fascist to you. Or Nazi. I'll accept either for this homework. Tomato, true, yeah. I have watched Lord of the Rings, yes. I saw it in theaters originally. Okay, so now... Is Amelia a fascist or a Nazi, Lizzie? You're gonna have to do it, Blink Dog. Yeah, is Amelia a fascist, Lizzie? What the hell? What kind of cat are you raising? Of course you would. She's a misandrist authoritarian. Did Amelia vote for Trump? Lizzie, tell the truth. Did Amelia vote for Trump? It does, doesn't it, Amy? I agree with that. Well, you know where that comes from, Carlos? It's from those, like, it's like the anti-vax group. There are fascistic people in that anti-vax group, but they're not left, like, they're not leftists, but, like, a lot of that movement were originally, like, hippie-ish shit, you know? Amelia's special, Galaxy Girl. I don't like that excuse from Amelia, Lizzie. Everybody vote. It's super important. In every state, we need to get local elections, everybody. It's not just about Senate or... It's not just about the Senate. It's not just about the House of Representatives. It's your local state elections. Super fucking important. Especially if you're in, like, Texas or Georgia or, you know, like, any state that has Republican supermajorities. It's super important. God, is it important? Please, God. Well, I mean, that's like, you know, like you. Did anyone follow the Texas primaries yesterday? Well, also, did you see how they, to help repel, like, or to inhibit voting, they said instead of countywide voting, they had specific precincts within counties. And that's what caused confusion for the Democratic primary, mind you. And then a judge stepped in yesterday and said that they can get an extra 2 hours because of confusion that people couldn't vote at every single precinct in their county, which is normal for most states. But then Paxton, who's the AG, right? He's currently the AG of Texas, stepped in and, like, rushed up to the Supreme Court, or, like, challenged it. It went to the Supreme Court, and then they said it's not going to be counted, or they have to separate those ballots before an official ruling can be made on it. And it's like a really first step of, like, what they might do in November. So unfortunately, if we want these changes in Texas where they can't do shit like this and, one, gerrymander as bad as they can, where they don't have super majorities, where they can just say, you know, do whatever the fuck they want within their state with impunity, the local elections are so important. If you're in Pennsylvania, if you're in Michigan, if you're in Wisconsin, if you're in Ohio, if you're in Florida, Georgia, North Carolina, it's so fucking important. Maine. It's a way that we can stop fascists. Also, please vote progressive. Oh, hi, Ember. How you doing? Are you leaving, Ember? Or are you just getting in? Because you're stuck here anyways. You remember this. I don't make the rules. Alright, we should go... Oh, we should have done that next. Okay, so this bottle's a lot teeny tinier. Probably like right there. And if I wanted this to be the edge... God, phthalo blue is so strong. Good. Good, Ember. Good. Welcome in. I hope you're well. Thank you for hanging out again. Well, that's too big already. I think that needs to be more severe. There you go. And for anybody in ads right now, you could just subscribe and not have the ads. Hi, Drew Holt. Welcome in. Hello, hello. That shadow might need to be a little bit lighter, huh? I think it went well. It's on Instagram if you want to see it, or my Discord, Ember. You could see the final version. I didn't have to burn my place to the ground and disappear forever out of embarrassment. But I was considering it. Always consider it. Ugh, fucking hey. Don't burn down places because fire's pretty, Galaxy Girl. It is true, Ember. As you would, you know, as your name suggests. Let's roll with that. Good. Don't burn stuff. Yeah, no, she liked it. There were some things she didn't like, you know, but she gets very particular, but like she liked how the bottle turned out, hence why we're kind of like going with a lot of the similar things, right? Like the shadow and you know, shit like that. So yeah, well, we always had plans to add the cheese and the croissant, but I decided I was going to do like a practice run, so like we didn't get this far into it. She's like, you know, I don't like this shit, you know what I mean? Or like, you know, so she had a point of reference. And like, you know, I like doing still lifes. I do enjoy doing still lifes. I just prefer right now perverted stuff. The stuff that she doesn't like. not that brush. Yes, it is this one. There's a lot of great painters in the community. It is Galaxy Girl. It's not that it's boring, but it's much more fun. Like, this is still fun for me because I enjoy the act of painting Lizzie, right? But, like, you know, joking about, like, you know, like the masks and, like, the three perverts, you know, always gives me a laugh. I put all my finished pieces in announcements, Ember. Announcements after the stream. When they're done. Yep, you're welcome. Also, Ember, get ready for the Paint-A-Dong. That's coming in July. We got the Paint-A-Dong. You know, everybody start thinking about their Paint-A-Dong pieces. Okay? You know, the most exclusive painting competition in the world. Most competitive. Paint-A-Dong. That dong-to-dong-dong-dong. I do not have a pressure cooker. So, it's a painting competition where you have to put fruits or vegetables in the shape of a penis and paint them live, like how I'm painting. And then the winner gets the painting I paint for the competition. I also gave paint, but it's just going to be the painting. Thank you, Ember. So it's the world's most exclusive painting competition. Very exclusive. There you go, Ember. You should. You should. You can go look at the previous entries in it. I think I pinned a lot of them. Yeah, Carlos, I gave the painting. Same with the Great British Painting Contest. Both those paintings, you know, go to the winners. Went to the winners. Yep. I sent one of them. I sent one of them to Croatia. The previous winner of the Paint-A-Dong was from Croatia. And that painting is going to be worth $1 billion one day. No, it's fine. I have a way of shipping it cheaply, Galaxy Girl. I have a cheap way of sending them cheaply, so it's part of the contest. You're playing with fire, Ember. You're good. I appreciate your concern, but it's part of the deal. It's part of the deal that I make as the curator of the Great Paint-A-Dong contest. I also make patches for it. If you can see there's like embroidered patches on my fourth wall for those contests. That you can put on your leather jackets. And varsity jackets. Has to be in color, Amy. Has to be in color. It's one of the rules. It does not, no, it could be digital. It could be digital, it could be watercolors, it could be pastels. The only rule is it has to be color. You have to have it physically set up in front of you.
I'm being repressed!
You're not being repressed. The chili dong. Yeah, that's a good one. I think that one was second place, I believe. Who cares? It's fun. And you get to sing the dong song. That is true, Omizum. Let me see that dong. Baby. That dong da dong dong dong. Remember the famous hit from Cisco? From Cisco Systems? The dong song? That's why you gotta lock it up. Or do it in one sitting. Do it in one sitting. Why can't you take part, Amy? You because Amy, part of it is to get people to expose people. I want to expose myself to people, and the philosophy I eschew. So it's like, because I don't want people to think in like in values and black and white. I think of contrast, and that's why I do it. But that's why I also allow digital too. I allow digital as well. It's not meant as a punishment. It's meant as like exposing people to something else. Just a hater. 1 year, Ember. There's only 1 year of it. That's just much bigger. That might be bigger than what I'm doing it to. It already has, like I said, it's the most exclusive art competition in the world. But I apologize, Amy. It's not meant to be like, you know, kicking people out or anything like that. It's just part of the mission of it is to expose people to that. Careful with those perverts, owners.
Shame!
Don't you shame me. Absolutely, you could use colored pencil. Amy, is there a reason why you wouldn't want to use, like, watercolors for it? dun dun dun. Let's see. Okay. Shooby-doo-bip. Is this where I want to be at for the first layer? Maybe a couple pubes worth of whites. Maybe another pubes worth of yellow. Maybe I should have done the orange first. That's all right. Pubes are clearly the best form of measurement. If I say I need a pubes more worth of paint, Galaxy Girl, would you not know how much that is? Please. Pubes don't differ that much. A single pubes worth. Well, it is part of it is like getting people like you, Amy, to like maybe step out of a comfort zone, right? And because I see a lot of art channels, right, that teach about drawing and like rendering or digital stuff, and right, I am trying to show the impressionist angle, right? But unfortunately, that angle is not through drafting, right? Extra thing. So that's kind of the point of it, is part of it, right? Is maybe get people who never would try it, get them exposed to something new. And yeah, there is a prize and it's a competition, but I also don't want people to be results focused too, ideally. But I understand that's tough. I understand that's difficult. So I'm like, making it a part of the rules to kind of like force people to at least have to approach it or face it in a way, right, that aligns with essentially what I would teach / preach, right? But unfortunately, that doesn't work with like black and white, value-based stuff. Oh yeah, there's no way out. There's no way out for you, Galaxy Girl. Oh, come on! God damn it! I might have... The bottles might need to come a little bit lower, huh? Don't come. It's a lot different with drawing, but there are similarities, but I think to like really capture the philosophy of impressionistic painting, it must involve color. Or I'd say impressionistic philosophy. Because, you know, as I was talking with somebody the other day, like impressionism doesn't just mean like painterly or loose, right? So you're a painting atheist? Because that's the thing, Amy. It's like, yes, values are important, but contrast is more important, right? And to have contrast, there must be color. Oh, sorry. To use contrast to its fullest, there must be color. Yeah, I mean you could still do it in graphite. You just wouldn't like be a part of the like you wouldn't be considered for like the winning, you know. Did somebody do a black and white dong though? Somebody might have done one. All night long. Let me see that dawn. You can't mutiny me. Too many of you are still loyal. It is distorted. I'm sure there's one or two of you that is still loyal. No! 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 Shasta, get the riot shields. Dia! Mud! Oh, are you ready to mutiny, Amanda? Damn it, today's not a good day, huh? Gets popcorn. I mean, it just sounds like I'm just gonna be killed over and over again because they're probably gonna spawn kill me until they're tired enough. So it just sounds like it's gonna be a pretty miserable 2 weeks. Then they'll just give up. Oh my god, Amy! What the heck? How could I not make the don't come joke? You tell me how. Well, we don't know that yet, Amy. Dad? You must leave? What do you mean leave? We talking about Leif Erikson? No, there's no leaving. Like Maddie said, there's no leaving. There's no escape for you. There's only bad painting. There's only bad painting. And the occasional pizza party.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
I don't stink. But it's only 6 p.m., Galaxy Girl. It's only 6 p.m. Who goes to bed at 6 p.m.? Unless you're Amish, maybe. And you still, like, you know, go to sleep when the sun goes down. No, no, no. It's only 6 p.m. Jesus! Oh my god! You're sick. You're sick.
Lottie frickin' dog!
Hi, Sashi. Sashi, I need you to quell a mutiny here. The Galaxy Girl does have the lust now. It's just another one. Got the taste for blood. Got the taste for blood. No! No! Oh, that's good, Blink Dog. Good. Well done. Fair enough, Galaxy Girl. No. Sashi, I sent you the riot shields, the batons, and the tear gas, and that gas that makes people crap their pants. I didn't give you those for no reason to mutiny against them. I gave them to you to use them against them.
I fart in your general direction!
And I shit in yours. Nick, please. Oh god, it's the one that makes me shit my pants. God. Damn it, Sashi. That's true, Maddie does. And you're all supposed to defend them against the mutinies. What am I missing here? Did I trust the wrong people? Did I trust the wrong people here? By becoming mods, you did. By becoming mods, you agreed to this. Yeah, see? And what is the evil position, Salt? What is the evil position? Is to defend me against mutiny. What am I... How am I wrong here? That is true, Amizu. How am I wrong? The evil thing to do... Son of a bitch! Fucker! Oh, that's just ridiculous. That's just ridiculous. Feel like the world's acting against me. Get pedantic, bitch. Jesus Christ. Made this too wide. That croissant might just be a lot fucking bigger than I made it. No! Don't laugh at me! Is that croissant a lot bigger? Kind of is, isn't it? Okay. What is this? A ha-ha, laugh, fun time, party time? What did I do? I didn't do anything. They're just all maniacs today. They're all sick perverts. They're sick. Let's move you all the way over here. Oh my god, that's terrible, Amanda. Do I read fiction? I have read fiction. I haven't read like anything with any regularity recently though. Or like read fiction. I read like a lot of technical shit because I'm super cool. No, I haven't read any of the gay hockey yet. Expanse books. I've heard those are good. I just, I read a lot as a kid. I read a lot of shit as a kid, and then as an adult, I haven't. Oh, interesting. Join us. Join us.
My
like
club.
as far as like those types of like narrative mediums, I think I prefer movies.
Boo this man!
Don't you boo me. I'm being honest here. But I really like podcasts. I like comedy podcasts that also talk about subjects. I guess I do listen to a couple fiction podcasts, or I have. What was the last book I read? There was a book I was planning to read but didn't. I forget what it was named, but it was like it was Mel Brooks' favorite book. What was the name of that book? My aunt gave it to me. You read over 70 last year? Holy shit. It was Dune. I've never read a book digitally. Yeah, see, that's always podcasts for me, Sashi. That's always podcasts for me. Can anyone Google Mel Brooks' favorite book? If I were to read a book, that would be the next one I would read. What color do I have in my brush? That. It was heavily recommended to me, and I forgot the synopsis, but it sounded very interesting to me. Like I said, I talked to my aunt about it, and she recommended it and bought it for me, and I still haven't read it. You're on a good pace now, Mud. No, I read Robinson Crusoe in 6th grade. Wait, it is Robinson Crusoe? Is a different book then? His reading list for 2024. Okay. During my break, you know, I gotta take a break anyways. I'll try and find the book. I gotta take a break anyways. I loved Robinson Crusoe as a kid. Well, you know, Degas was also wrote literature. Same with Sargent. I found that out recently too. I'll find the book. I think it was a Russian guy though. But Maddie, I loved Robinson Crusoe as a kid. Loved Robinson Crusoe. Really enjoyed that book. But like I said, I read a lot. I read all the Sherlock Holmes, read the Odyssey and Iliad, I read Lord of the Rings, I read The Stand, which I hated. That was the only Stephen King book. But I was a pretentious reader. I read like Frankenstein, you know, Lord of the Flies, a lot of random shit. Here, I'll find that book, but let's take a break. I had to read a lot because of school bullshit, so. All right, we're going to take a 5-minute break, everybody. I'm going to run ads, and we'll see you when I get back. Oh my god, we're back. Oh my god. All right, nobody caught that the pallet was frozen. How dare you? All right, I found the book, everybody. I found the book. There is books. Okay, this is the book, everybody. Dead Souls by Nikolai Gogol. I believe it's comedic. It's like a dark comedy. This is the next book I would read in person. It is originally written in Russian. Hola, Glubhub. All right, the blurb is on the back. Russia's first major novel and still one of the most popular works of Russian fiction, Nikolai Gogol's Dead Souls is a comic epic of greed and gluttony that is admired not only for its colorful cast of characters and devastating satire, but also for its moral fervor. It actually sounds right up my alley. The book's anti-hero, oh god, how do I... Chechikov hatches a brilliant plan to get rich quick. He will journey through Russia and buy up at reduced rates recently deceased serfs and landowners. Sorry, the light's bad. Who now won't have to pay the government taxes on these dead souls. With this list of fictitious serfs, I can't speak right now. As collateral, Chechikov can purchase an estate and begin amassing his fortune. What follows is a series of grotesquely humorous transactions with Russian landowners, each more queer and repellent than the last. Although they change his name up on this. Although Gogol spends much of the novel exposing the evils of the Russian gentry through absurd and hilarious satire, he also expresses a passionate love for his country that resonates with readers even today. So I found out about this through my aunt who read this, who said that like she saw this in an interview with Mel Brooks, where Mel Brooks was talking about this book and how big it influenced him. And I believe he mentioned it was his favorite book. So that blurb actually makes you want to read this. Maybe I'll start reading this, everybody. There we go. Dead Souls. Dead Souls. Well, queer used to be like, I guess like abnormal. I think it's what they used it as a lot in that. Yeah, odd, abnormal. Yeah, odd's probably more accurate. Odd is more accurate. Yeah. But, God, that sounds right up my alley, though. Okay. Futuristic I've heard of fancy suits. Where'd I hear that from? I haven't heard of futuristic violence, though. And the boys us. I got some downtime. I'll probably start. I know. What are the books I would recommend? I mean, I absolutely love Lord of the Rings. And I should reread that. I also should, like, you know, reread. I should read the Silmarillion. and some of the other token shit. Well, I don't know what other good word there would be. Yeah, it might be a good time. Like I said, I want to read that. I love the Sherlock Holmes. Like I said, I read all of those. I loved Frankenstein too growing up. I read Frankenstein too young though. Lord of the Flies was super interesting. If you haven't read Lord of the Flies, it's pretty fucking awesome, and you wouldn't believe how. Well, sorry, if you're unaware of what the story is, it's like one of those hugely influential stories that you don't even realize is used in shit. It's one of those types of things. What? I was using this brush. There's some really dark, crazy... Yeah, no shit. The Bible does have a lot of crazy shit in there. Good point. How you doing, Richards? I haven't read that, but I read The Godfather too, actually. I saw that as a book, and I was a little intrigued to read that. Also, I want to read The Exorcist as well. Ça va, ça va? Kava, Kava. I know of Logan's Run. I've never read it or watched the movie. Don't know what Apocalypse is. Oh, gotcha. But like I said, I'm more, as a medium, as an adult, I've been more into movies as a narrative. Yeah, no, it's Mud. I actually have read a lot of I've read a solid amount of manga, and I have enjoyed that. I have enjoyed quite a few of those, even though there's a lot of dog shit you have to wade through. But that's why I did like those, though the visuals kind of do help with that. But I don't know. I'm just like, I'm the as you might have all put together and noticed. Hi, Burger. It's hard to get me to do something if I don't have any inkling of being into it. It's very hard for me just to mentally get there. I've read a lot. I've read a lot of garbage too. I do want to read Berserk though. I've been meaning to read Berserk. That's one, and I want to read One Punch Man. I want to sit down and read One Punch Man. What do you mean you don't believe me? Or no way, you don't believe me, Maddie? Yeah, that's kind of like me, Richards. You know what, Shasta, did you see the book I told people I was going to read? Like, if I were to read a book, the next book I would read? You see that, Dead Souls? I feel like you have a shot of having read that, for some reason. No, I watched all the Berserk several times, Blink Dog. I've read Moby Dick. By some Russian dude. Nikolai Gogol, yep. Thank you, Mud. I love The Hobbit. I've read The Hobbit several times. The last time I read The Hobbit, I did it in like 20 hours. I just ratcheted through that book. Well, it's a book that I was recommended by my aunt. And like I was saying earlier, it was like, apparently it was one of like Mel Brooks's most influential books and one of his favorites. It's too red, I think. Shooby-doo-bap-ba. I read Moby Dick in college. Yeah. I liked parts of Moby Dick. A lot of it, some of the technical stuff actually dragged for me. But I read that in high school. I really liked Beowulf in high school. Really liked Beowulf. Also the book from the monster's perspective in Beowulf, what was it called? Grendel. I like Grendel a lot. You didn't like either of those, okay. I'm trying to remember all the crazy shit I read in high school. Oh, you were doing translating? Yeah, I was reading a translated one. Yeah, I was never a big fan of Shakespeare. One of the few books I truly hated and stopped reading was called what was it? Oh god, is that Scottish book? I think Ivan something. I know, it was like old English, and I couldn't, like, it was so difficult to read anything. And I was in middle school. But yeah, I was never big into Shakespeare stuff either. Yeah. God, I'm missing a few books that I really liked. I read some, oddly enough, for who I am now, there was some really good like psychology books I read regarding poker that actually really helped me out. Oddly enough. Or I used to basically make money through poker for a period of time in college. I'm not familiar with either of those, Blink Dog. Any titles that I might know? Oh, The Visit? Yep. Is that the name of it? Rosencrantz and Guildenstern are dead? I've not heard of that. I have heard of The Visit. I need more yellow. Yeah. Also, anybody who's watching the stream, if you're not subscribed to my YouTubes, you're making a terrible mistake. All right? Because my YouTube has almost no different content, but you're not subscribed. I am a great salesman. Thank you, Yambari. Oh my God, Maddie. What the hell? And if you also are willing to lurk on YouTube, that will also help. If you are willing. Sam Shepard's True West. I could be Preston reciting. I know the play of my best friend from college. I copied a PBS performance and Gary Sinise and Jim. So what's the rest? Interesting. The Steppenwolf's in Chicago, right? Or am I just an idiot? Right, the Steppenwolf Theater is in Chicago. No. Hi, Figure Dolly. Nope, this one's different. This one is a little different. This one is Ma approved. As in, I was doing the still life was always for my mom, and I did a practice one because she's kind of particular. So we added the elements that she wanted in here. Ma! One my take. Let's just say I am my mother's son. All right. Let's just say I end my calls with my mom with "See you in hell." No, this one, you know, this one will be good. This cheese is a little bit of a mess. That's way too yellow. Way too yellow. Excuse me. Oh, God. All right, I think we're done, everybody. Let me just sign this, and I think we'll be done. Painting's all done, everybody. Looks great. Looks splendiferous. Yeah, that was my other announcement. Yeah, we're getting there, like, as far as, you know, we're just doing the block in today, essentially. So, but I might, like, you know, try and make, like, I think my positioning is decent on this so far. I don't know if I like this purple anymore. The purple might be too much. But I'm not going to change that today. Rudy is hollow, yeah. I think I like your vertical stream setup as a mobile user. Not that I'm really engaging over here. So, like, how you doing, Pierogi? Like, do you think it shows better, Maddie? Or do you just like how it feels better? Or is, like, the layout just more efficient for you? I mean, the main reason I'm doing it is so people who are doom scrolling might come across the stream, right? That's why I'm doing it. Yeah, if you don't mind. Any like input that you'd like to give? Yeah, they're less important. I agree. Thank you, Maddie. Thank you for your input. I'm always game for input on stuff that can, you know, improve my stream or you think my stream is lacking. Yeah, I gotta address that when I can afford another... I don't know if it's the cable or not. I don't know what causes that. It's not frozen right now. It's fluctuating though. I'll certainly say that. Well, you're not wrong though. You're not wrong. Get his ass! Be aggressive. Be aggressive. Lakers versus Celtics coded. Why is that? Swords out, Jesus. Just avert your eyes. Your Merple Shadow and green. Oh, yeah, I see that. From that dude, from the Be Aggressive from Chinatown. I did not watch any. I didn't want, but I watched something similar. I think by the same guy. Well, all right. Is that I'm Trying to Climax song from Chinatown? Because that was one of the funniest fucking things I've seen. It's like these guys in like BDSM outfits at like a mall playing a concert, and one of their songs is just called "I'm Trying to Climax," featuring John Candy. I loved that. It was so funny. Here, let me show. I have it saved because I liked it that much. Where is it? This one. Oh. Is this from the same guy? Oh, that was back to the sex cave. I love all these fucking things. That looks like Neely. It says, Angelo Hat is the name of the account. Supervising director for TV streaming animation. I don't see the name, you know, Brad Neely, but oh, it is Brad Neely. Okay, it is Brad Neely's. Okay. Yeah, this is Brad Neely. One of the funny, like, I don't know, the song just is called I'm Trying to Climax. Made me fucking lose it the other night when I was like doom scrolling. I watched it like 5 times. Wider, I think. Yeah. That goes up to here. I'm trying to climax. You know, I think my drawing relationships aren't too bad here, huh? Am I getting better at drawing with color? Look at this. You don't even need to do outlines, everybody. You don't need to do it. Wow! I know. I mean, it's amazing how incompetent the world's best military is being run right now. Not to mention them just illegally starting a war. But to be this bad with, like, the resources is just insane. And people are just gonna die. Because a geriatric pants shitter just listens to whatever fucking Netanyahu wants. I'm trying to climax. I think I need a little bit more white. Oh, you were lagging? Yeah, you like the poop cams and the clear plastic chair cameras. You know, I'm sitting on a clear plastic chair right now. I have a camera looking straight up. Does that need to be brighter? That might need to be brighter. Very, very performative. Oh, did I move the camera? God damn it. Yes, that's exactly. It's performance art, Richards. It's definitely not pornography for Japanese businessmen. Oh, it's making my arm tired, everybody. God, my arm's getting so tired. Oh. Oh my God, Odorous. Bend over. Yeah, right. Oh, God. Oh, fuck. Well, you did tell me to bend over. I should put you on a list. I really thought I had enough paint for that, huh? God damn it, that's not what I wanted. I think I'm gonna make that background lighter, but that will be for... Okay. All right. I got to do a signature. We're not signing this one, obviously, but this is, I think, what I'm going to leave for the block in. So let me grab the other painting. Well, let me figure out what brush I'm going to use, too. God damn it. This setup is very inconvenient. I guess I'll just use my smallest brush. I have a smaller one that's not on an extension. U.S. military. I heard that exact thing, too. Well, I mean, that, you know, that's why the United States Christians support Israel. Because they believe it's necessary for the end times. So they don't give a shit, this, you know, suffering and, you know, non-Christian things they're doing. All right. So this is the block in, everybody. I gotta grab a painting. I want to sign. I guess you guys can't really see it when I sign it. But I want to do it with the paint that I have right now, so. One moment while I grab that painting again. So, I'm gonna just do my initials. Yeah. So, I'm gonna do my initials in the lower right-hand corner. Should I do it in yellow? Okay. First signature. Here. There you go, everybody. There we go. Cut the cheese with your initials, boy. Oh, fuck. Very postmodern of you. Yeah. Well, Shots, did you hear why I'm signing my shit now? Why I'm signing my shit now? You do initials too? Yeah. Apparently people buy your paintings more often when they're signed. So, as somebody who needs to sell paintings, otherwise I don't know. I have some, what's the right word? Like, I do have a little white left over now that I think about it. Let's go back to this.
I can feel it all the way down in my plums.
Right in those plums. Let's see if this is where we want to be at more. Yeah, that's kind of where we want to be at more. I asked him, why were you in Iraq? He said, I was hoping you'd tell me, and I'll never forget. Yeah. Well, it's just old fucking pants shitters who send young men to their death, or young people to their death, women to because they couldn't give a shit.
Few of my favorite things.
I had a friend in college who was a vet who had, I believe he had PTSD, you know. Oh my God, Todd. Some of the talks we had with that, and just like, you know, how pointless that shit all was and how many lives it ruins. It just really like, old pants shitter who say things like art is a great investment and war is good for the economy. Yep. Exactly, right? Two of the worst takes a human being can have. Yeah. Or just, you know, taking care of people, right? Getting them educated. Gonna be very blue, yeah. Oh, my shoulder's tired. Yeah. Well, and that's the thing, right? It's so nihilistic. Like, what they're doing is so nihilistic. It's like, literally, and that's what, like, my biggest issue with, like, Republicans is everything they believe or advocate for is just nihilistic and hurts people, right? Because it's just for, like, their own beliefs and not for, like, helping people or being good to people. Not to mention, like, the people in the Middle East, like, who are now also in constant states of war. Like fuck, like the first initial strikes at Iran hit a girl, like a children's school of girls, and what, it killed like 125 kids. Fucking gross, yo. All right, let's clean up. We got a block in. Where are we going? Only 3 hours and 20 minutes? Not a bad block in for 320. You should, Todd. Son of a bitch! I'm done already. Yep, I heard about those, Todd. I used up a lot of my paint today. Both are good options. I haven't rated Jackal in a while, so I probably should rate Jackal. But we'll see who else is on. Carlos, do you find the, like, thank you for your services condescending? Punk Noir's on too? I think I've only rated her once. Son of a bitch! Degas, why would you do such a thing? Oh, sorry, it was Lizzie. Okay. Wow. I corrected. Honest mistake. I fixed it. I fixed it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I won't do that again. I think so. It can too, but it's just the amount that it happens. But I never know how to respond. The way I see it, being a soldier is a noble, fresh in person. I do agree with that, yeah. Yeah. I guess I'm imposing some of my, like, issues. Like, if I heard, like, let's just say I met Mitch McConnell, or sorry, like, I saw Mitch McConnell say thank you to your service to, like, a service member, and it's just, like, you know, obviously hollow, and, like, you know, but the frequency of that happening. Yeah, there's that too, right? But, you know, like, part of me also feels like it dehumanizes them too, though. Or dehumanizes service members. A little bit. At least in casual conversation. All right. Now it's everybody's favorite time of the stream. While you've all waited here. Time to wipe the D. Oh my god, all these murders rolling in at the end of the night. Jesus Christ. Time to wipe the D. Live, uncensored, raw. That's true. Yeah, you have to do it while I'm vulnerable. Like how Amy used to kill me while I was taking shits. All right. Oh, Lord. This is disgusting. Oh, my pickles. Oh, God. It's burning more than usual.
I be
I wonder if there's
smoking.
holy water in this. Goddamn right. Did anyone put holy water in my D wipes? That's what it feels like. It feels like every time I touch holy water, it burns. Fantastic, Shasta. Oh, did I think I said hi to you, Pickles. I think I said hi to you. It is Blockins. I'm the fastest painter in the West. You're not, Maddie. All right. D has been wiped. I gotta take a whip photo. Play it back or else. Oh my god. JQ. What are you telling us, Pickles? Pickles, are you an alien? One second. All right, that's in there. All right. All right, let's find somebody to raid. Let's find somebody to raid. This is a very long stream for me, everybody. All right, we got Punk Noir, Poison Jackal, Seza, Egbert, Ches, Casey Snow, Jason Enos. A lot of people are on right now. Let's go with... They look... My grapes look like lettuce! I'm offended. Have I ever rated Punk... Like, anytime... I should rate Punk. I haven't rated for a long time. Alright, we're rating Punk Noir. Alright, everybody. Greenbag, I'll see you in hell. Wait, why is that? It says I'm rating, right? Yeah, okay. Alright, everybody. Thank you so much. Thank you all for talking, everybody. Nice book club. Next stream will be on Friday. We are...
Brother, this guy stinks!
Nini Mud, Nini Amizu, Salt, Richards, Yambari, Carlos, Odorous, Todd, Maddie, Pickles, Shasta. Not yet. Don't you boo me. Oxford, have a good night. Silver, Nini. If anybody needs anything, message me on Discord.
Oh my glob.
Until next time. We'll see you then. All right, bye everybody.